Good morning, good afternoon, all depending on where you're joining us at today. Happy Friday, happy Friday. If you know anything, you know today is my favorite day of the week. And I hope everyone is having the best day of your lives and celebrating Friday like a boss. Lord knows that I am. Like I mentioned, today is my favorite day of the week. So we've got some, big weekend coming up with Valentine's Day, right? That's tomorrow. Happy Valentine Day to all you boss ladies out there. Welcome to Creating Opportunities. I'm your host, Bill Haga, Executive Loan Officer with Rocket Mortgage Local. I always stress local due to my local pricing being a good 1% to 1.25% lower than our call center. Yes, did you hear that? That's 1% and more. So on a $500,000 purchase, that's over a $5,000 savings for your client just for working directly with me versus working with our call center, right? That's huge, huge, huge. Today's agenda, the Super Bowl, our Rocket Lender credit promotion at 0.75%. That was off on all new purchases and refinances. Our commercial, halftime show, and then finally the game itself. I've got some information regarding the market and upcoming Fed meetings. And then it's the season for tax returns. So we're going to talk about tax returns as well. All right. I'm all about diving into it. So let's go ahead and talk about the Super Bowl. All right. So Rocket, we ran a 0.75% discount, right? A lender credit for all new purchases and refinances. That was huge. Okay, it was a huge hit um, that helped us help more families home and lowering other clients' interest rates and their monthly payments. Okay, anytime that we're doing things of that nature, that is great for the business, great for our clients, and great for referrals. Um, who liked our commercial with Lady Gaga? She was singing "Will You Be My Neighbor." I thought that was a feel good moment for sure. Bringing Rocket and Redfin closer. Um, our marketing's now, as you see, is coming together. I also like the Budweiser commercial. I thought that was super cute. So the halftime show, I mean that got a lot of attention. I didn't realize that you could watch two different ones. You could watch Bad Bunny, or I think the other one was Kid Rock. Um, no big deal to me. I love all music and cultures. So it didn't make any difference to me. I'm normally up fixing something to eat anyway. So if if I'm doing anything, I may be hearing it from a distance, right? So what do you think about the Super Bowl game? Wow, all the games leading up to that were so exciting. Last minute, last second plays, winning the game, turning everything around. People, who were expected to be in the Super Bowl were out. I mean, a lot of things were going on during the playoffs. And then we get to the game, and the game was a little boring. Sorry to say, it was boring to watch compared to everything else that was going on prior to. So I hope your team won. Congratulations to the Seahawks. I really didn't have a team in the game, so it didn't really matter to me who won. I was just hoping for, a nice Sunday evening watching Super Bowl and watching two great teams go at it. So at least we had a Super Bowl and a game. So good for us. I'm sorry, I'm still dealing with some after effects from this last COVID episode. All right, so next let's talk about the market. All right. The market has been up and down. When it goes up, it comes back down. When it goes down, it seems to edge back up. It's like these bonds are all over the place. So that's what took place this morning. So bonds moved slightly higher this morning following the January Consumer Price Index, also known as the CPI. It's one of the main indicators that is being used to kind of track inflation. All right. It's all about our spending. So it rose 0.2%, which showed inflation remained mild to start the year, coming in slightly cooler than expected. All right. So they really expected CPI to be a little higher. All right. So while the core CPI matched estimates, everything was good there. Okay. So this is what has our rates kind of doing this right now. They come up, they go down, kind of fluctuating, between a quarter. Is what they do. Keep in mind it's a live market, right? So it's constantly changing, constantly moving. So it's just not sitting there waiting on waiting on someone to say, "Hey, we need to lower the rate again." Okay, it's constantly going up and down. A lot of people didn't know that. The next Fed meeting will be March 17th through the 18th. Sounds like they're currently talking about 3 rate cuts this year. Um, Obviously, that's based off the current Fed chair, right? So hopefully, when he retires, then his replacement will see that our economic status is a lot better than what our rates are reflecting, right? I mean, we had 7, 8% rates because inflation was at 9%. Inflation is just a tad bit over 3%, I think. So it's time for rates to come down. So hopefully with the new Fed chair comes into play, he says, "Yep, we're only going to do 3 cuts. However, these 3 cuts are going to be 3 big cuts, right? Let's get us back down there where we need to be." The market really gets active when those rates drop below 6%. Okay. Every month I've had with the most influx of loan applications were during those times. Okay. So hopefully, the target is obviously below the 6% mark. And hopefully that takes place, sooner than later. All right. It's tax season. Whoop, whoop. Right? I love tax season. We're getting money back. People go on vacations. People are buying houses because now they have a down payment. They have their closing cost. I mean, it's a great time of the year. Love it. Right? The snow's melting. The sun's out. Temperatures are rising. And money's coming. Right? Money coming means keys are coming for those who are out there that are looking to find their next home. So in this scenario, our One Plus is really a perfect program for this. Okay. So with our One Plus, it's a conventional program. You only need to put 1% down versus 3% or 3.5% for an FHA. So just 1% down. We're going to give you a 2% lender credit to make up your full 3% down for your closing. And then at that point in time, you just have closing cost. Okay. So with a conventional loan, a seller can cover up to 3% of whatever that purchase price is towards your closing cost. Okay. Closing costs are normally somewhere around, 3 to 5%. So that's just catching, the most that they can do. You may have, 1,000 or two left over. And once again, that's where those tax returns come in handy. Okay. So start planting seeds, right? That's what we do. As people were filing their tax returns and getting their money back, let's focus them on the bigger picture. Okay. I've heard, I talk to clients all day long, right? My past clients, new clients, and I'm always asking questions. because that's what we do, right? Questions lead to kind of where I'm trying to steer them, or I'm just fishing for information, right? So, earlier conversation I had this week, a couple getting their tax returns back. They've got 3 or 4 children. Sounds like they're getting a pretty hefty return, right? Somewhere around 15 grand. That's awesome, right? That's huge. Who doesn't want a 15,000 injection in their bank account? Me. I'll sign up for that every time. So they're saying, hey, we've kind of outgrown our current living, um, our house, and we need to upgrade. We need another bedroom. So now we're looking at 4 bedroom, 2 baths. So they're renting. So this is a great opportunity for them to purchase a house, get established, start creating wealth as they pay down the mortgage and that property value continues to grow, right? There's still a shortage of houses out there. I believe the housing market's going to be strong for, at least the new construction stuff. It's going to be strong for the next 10 years. Okay. There's just not enough houses out there. People say, well, yeah, there are, Bill. If you look on Zillow, there's, 250 in my little area. Okay. But what price ranges are they? Right. So you got a bunch of houses that are sitting there. It's probably because they're out of price range for those who are looking for a new home. So you always got to be considerate in, the price zone that those houses are located in. Um, I did want to talk about this weekend. This weekend is, couples weekend. This is a great weekend if you're looking to buy a home, to be out looking for a home. So if you're having any open houses, please reach out to me. I can provide you with some flyers, some information, things that people can take with them. If you shoot me a picture of your sign-in sheet, right? Everyone should have a sign-in sheet. So one, you can track who's coming and going, and two, that's your follow-up for the next day, right? That's who you're going to call and follow up with. So if you can take a picture of those, send those over to me. I'll be happy to make those phone calls for you. Whatever it takes to generate more business, right? I'm here to help you guys grow your business. In return, that helps grow my business. Okay. Um, I'm still struggling a little bit with this cough, so I'm not going to keep us on here much longer. I did want to say that with this weekend being Valentine's weekend, um, couples will be out, couples will be looking. It's exciting, right? Nothing better on a love weekend, if you will, um, to be looking for a new home. Super exciting. I know my wife and I have done it a couple times, um, and just looked at property. Right, just looking at property is cool. Get your mind working, get your mind moving. Um, Mine always runs, towards the investment side and and what things I can do over there. Well, my wife is thinking, oh, we should really, you know, move up a house. We've got a lot more family that's stays with us. Our grandkids, um, and I got nephews coming in town quite often now, so we need probably more bedrooms. So her thought is we need to upgrade. So we're looking at homes too, just for two different reasons. So that may be the same in your household too. I don't know. But regardless, we can always start with your primary and then show you how to purchase your next investment home, right? So we've got all the programs. We're here to help. That's really all I have for today. Like I said, I'm still trying to get over this COVID piece and put it behind me without coughing and slowing my day up. So this weekend, I will have my phone on. I will have my laptop on. I'm here to pre-approve. I should say verify to approve everybody, right? We now submit everything into underwriting with their income docs or asset docs. We get them underwritten, right? So by underwriting them, that puts us, one notch below cash. with our pre-approval letters or our verified approval letters. And keep in mind, I call listing agents to express to them how strong of a buyer we have, how quickly we can close, how I handle my business. If you don't know, if you've never been on that listing side on a deal with me, listing agent knows everything as well, except for the things that they don't need to know, right? They don't need to know exactly what the value of the property came in. I just need to explain that the appraisal's in, it's good, and if there's repairs or no repairs, right? So it's a good way to keep everyone informed, and that seems to keep everybody on the same page. And when you got everybody on the same page, things operate and work a lot smoother. Okay. So, like I mentioned, I will have my cell phone on. My wife and I, instead of going out, we decided to do a Valentine's Day with the family. So this evening, I'm picking up a prime rib. I want to slice a few thick old steaks off of that bad boy. Put the rest of it in the freezer for next time. Mind you, when you buy a prime rib, it should give you like 12, 14 steaks, somewhere in there, depending on how thick you like them. And you can get that many steaks for the same price as you can get 6. So it's a matter if you want to cut them or not. I'm always down for cutting. Give us twice as much. Okay. So we're going to have a little steak dinner this evening. We invited the kids over. So we're going to play some cards, some dice, make some memories, laugh a lot, and have a great time. So I wish the same for you and your families. And like I said, let's have a great weekend. Let's get them verified, approved, and under contract. Okay. Good luck, everyone. Thank you. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. If you need anything, my phone's always on. Okay. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.